Alright, before we get into the tutorial, I wanted to say that I did finally get codes for the previous two 1v1 map videos. They will be on the screen now. The reason it took me a while was because you need a supporter creator in order to publish your maps, and I don't have my supporter creator fully set up yet. It will be in about a week or so, if I have to guess. But it did allow me to be able to publish them. So now there's a code, you can play them. The rest of the island is going to remain pretty much untouched. You can do with it whatever you want. I'm just going to leave it alone for now. So the first thing you're going to want to do is go over to this little platform here. You can place a wall and then place a platform. And this is the layer that is going to be where the lava is going to go. So just cover all that up with wood, and also cover that part up and that part up with just walls, and then destroy this one if that builds in. The next thing you're going to do is go into your galleries and find the elemental cubes gallery. Equip that. I like to just throw mine somewhere in this area on the water since it's flat. And then I'm going to grab the shorter of the two versions of the lava. Just so that it looks a little bit more like solid ground, even though you're going to be kind of standing a little bit below it. And you're going to want to cover this area up. Now what I like to do is I keep my grid snap on 4. I'm going to have my drops off. And I'm not going to resize it or anything. So just going to line it all up on the wooden floors. And this is easier if you have a collision on nothing. So otherwise when you go to the edges it'll be interfering with where you're trying to place it. Alright, so now you're going to want to make sure that your rotation axis is on roll, and then click your bumper 4 times, or whatever button it is if you aren't on a controller. And then, let me see here. Yeah. So if I would change my I'm changing my axis to, or my grid snap, to 16. Just so that it goes in a little bit smoother. Let's see. Yeah, just like that, so it's gonna be even. And it's kind of tough to tell where you're placing it sometimes with all this lava around. But if you get it messed up, kind of like what I did here, all I have to do is just delete it. I'm gonna delete that one. I didn't mean to place that. So yeah, you're going to want to make sure you kind of have it lined up right. This one can be kind of tough, but what you can do is you can just go far away and then use the push tool. It shows you the button over on the left side there. And there you go. And if you can see the walls, like in my case, all you have to do is just pickaxe them out of the way. It's not going to break anything. Now something I noticed was over here, this part kind of juts out a little bit. And what I want to do is just grab this wall over here, pressing copy, and then just put that right there. And I think that makes it look a lot better, a lot less sloppy. Another thing I noticed was I didn't really like the front part here, because if somebody were to just be like running up here, since you won't be able to fly when you're actually in the game, I thought that this was just a little bit awkward. So what you can do is you can copy this, then use the roll tool. You back up a little bit. Can line this up with the front. Yeah. Okay, so I made mine. not steep enough. So if I make it a little bit steeper. Just want to get it lined up so that there's not really a bump in the front. Or actually, I'm gonna try doing this with no grid snap. I believe that's what I did before. Yeah, that's a lot better right there. So now you have a little bit of like a lava ramp, and if you grab it, you can take it and do the same thing right next to it, so that that hole isn't right there. Just line that up. Made it a little bit too low, so just cut it out. There you go, you got a smooth little lava ramp going up towards the 1v1 map. Alright, so now it's time to put in our ramps. Now it's totally up to you which gallery you want to use for your ramp. Personally, I thought that the red ramp just goes best with it, but it totally does not matter at all which one you use. So I'll just be grabbing this. So if you look from the front where you put your lava ramp, I believe the best way to put them is like this and like this, because this way, the only possible way you could get this connected to the rocks right here, and you won't be able to easily break it down just like that, is if you go like this, just wall floor ramp your first one up. So as long as you just use one ramp for your first one, that'll be completely fine. Again, if you just go like that and then start 90ing, you can still break it down completely fine, and on this side it's completely clear. But if you orient them the other way or shift it over a little bit, then it is going to be running into the sides pretty much 100% of the time. So right here is the best place to go with it. Using this gallery, I'm just gonna take these so that I can put them on the sides to make it look a little bit cleaner. Then also, quick tip, if this happens to you where it's black so the red part is on the inside, just use the cut tool, press mirror, and then rotate it, and then it's going to be completely fine. So same thing over here, just take it, mirror it, rotate it, there you go. Then I'm just going to grab the wall from the back. Place that right there and right there. So now we have our ramps, and even though they are a little bit going into the lava, it doesn't affect you at all when you start out, so that's really nice. Now I'm going to add in my weapons. Hang on, I'm actually going to test something. This has me curious. If you just delete the lava from above the wood on these two right in front, and you can do this for all of them, but I'm just going to keep it simple for this, then you can place down 2 spawn pads. Otherwise, when you press X, it's just going to keep on going to the lava tile. So you go here, this is the settings that I use: items respawn on, random spawns off, visible off, 1 second so that it respawns super fast, and then bonus ammo off, run over pickup off, and visibility on 1. I use that for both. So now we just copy this, put our grid snap back on. We can use 2 for this one. There we go. So it's completely set. And I believe if we grab, just gonna grab a blue pump, Thomas SMG. Okay, so we can't put that back yet. So do this before you put the lava back. Just place those right on there. Copy this, and then cover both these back up. There you go, you got a super clean item spawner right there. And again, you can put more all around the edges if you want. Again, I'm just going to keep it simple. Just use these two. And also, if you want, you can make a chest, which I will show you how to do. Add items to the chest. So let's say I wanted to add the same thing, just a blue pump and a blue SMG. Just press X. Press X on that one. Then if you press create chest or create llama, it's going to create these with those items inside. So I'm just going to leave it at this since I think it looks the coolest and it's just easiest. So go over to devices, do player spawn, put these two down, and if you have use this island start on, that means you'll spawn in as soon as you spawn into the map. So now that we're finished building, I'm going to go over what the settings that I use are going to be. You're going to want voice chat to be all, free for all teams, spawns infinite after last spawn. Time limit, this is pretty important. You want yours to be none so that it's just not going to end randomly on you. You want all of these to be off. Join in progress, you want spawn. Spawn location, you're going to want spawn pads. None of these really matter that much. Game settings, so time of day you can choose. I'm just going to leave mine on default. Starting health, you want full. Starting shields, you want to be full shields. Leave max health and max shield at 100. Infinite ammo on, infinite resources on. Leave all these the same. Fall damage off. Jump fatigue I like to leave off. Clear flight off. For this one, I'm going to put glider redeploy on, just for the reason that if you fall off, then you'll slide down the side of the volcano, and then it's going to take you forever to get up, or you're just going to have to respawn. So I think that's the better move for this specific map. Environment damage, you definitely want to be off. Allow building on, respawn time, I like to leave at 1, just so that it's as fast as possible. And destroy props on building placement, you also want to be off. Here's the code right there, 045227068085. So as you guys can see, after we spawn in, we can go over here, grab our 2 guns. And then start 1v1ing. So thank you guys for watching. If any of you guys are here from the Neon 1v1 map video, I want to say thank you so much for 200,000 views. It's absolutely insane. And if you aren't already, hit subscribe. I'm definitely going to be coming out with even more 1v1 map videos, as well as just gameplay from me in normal Battle Royale. But I can't thank you guys enough for all the support recently. 2,500 subscribers is absolutely insane to have as fast as I got it. See you guys in the next one.